In this video, we're going to review the Emily Outing ATV trail system in Minnesota. Coming up. Welcome to the channel. My name is Chris with MidwestATVTrails.com, and if you are just discovering us for the first time, we do trail reviews as well as maintenance and gear related information. So think about hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on our future videos. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it today. We are doing a trail review on the Emily Outing ATV trail system in Emily, Outing, Minnesota. Now, Emily and Outing are two separate cities. The trail system just runs through them both. Hence, that's how it got the name. Let me just apologize really quick as we pull this up right now. I forgot all my camera mounting systems until we were already up at the trail. And it was a good few hour drive, so I didn't go back and get it. So you might notice a little bit of shaky footage in this video, and it was also raining, so there were times where rain got on there and I didn't get it cleaned off in time. All right, so this right here is the Emily ATV trailhead. Now you'll notice it basically just looks like dirt shoulders on the side of the road, and that's because it is. Worked fine while we were up there, but if it was a really busy day out and you think there's going to be a lot of riders, it might get a little tight and you might have better luck going to the Outing trailhead. All right, so as we get it going here, we're going to start in the ditch, and we take the ditch for quite a few miles, all the way until you get to Outing, which is another reason I would sometimes recommend just going to Outing. It's got a better trailhead, as well as you can hit the trail a lot sooner. I will say though, for riding the ditch, this was a great ditch system. I probably never rid ditches that were as fun as this one. All right, so we're gonna pause right here for a quick second. Now this is where the trail splits. So the Emily Outing trail system is basically a bunch of loops, and they all kind of base off of the Emily Outing loop, if you will. There's A trail to the left and B trail to the right. We took the A trail to the left, and we were planning on swinging around to the B trail, and we didn't quite do it, and I'll explain that as we get going. So we take it to the left, and we keep going towards Outing. Again, for being a ditch trail, it was actually a lot of fun. There was some water spots, even a few muddy areas as we went. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. It's still a ditch, right? Like, you're still riding along the side of a highway, but for what it was pretty good. One thing I did want to mention, this is an ATV Class 1 and ATV Class 2 trail system. No dirt bikes. If you get up towards the North Sioux line, there is a section for dirt bikes, but really the Emily Outing system is ATV Class 1 and Class 2. All right, so as we pull into Outing here, this is right along the trail system. It's a good gas station. There's some spots you can stop and get a little food and gas while you're here. Now again, from Emily, this is only a couple miles up the trail, so you might not need any of that yet. Across the street, there's this gorgeous lake, so if you wanted to relax for a bit, you definitely could. If you want to do some fishing, I would recommend starting from this right here, which is the Outing ATV trailhead. So leaving the trailhead from Outing, we came out and we took a left. Now you got to ride the shoulder for a bit, and then you hit a left-hand turn. Now you got to pay attention for this. So when you get here, you got to pay attention. You'll drive right past this trail. So there's a little sign basically on this road that Y's to the left. It's not even like a full left-hand turn. It just kind of Y's to the left. So you got to be paying attention as you're going down the road. So you'll take that left, and then you'll cruise down that, and it will turn into a dirt road. You'll take that for a little bit, and you'll come up to the ATV trail on your right. So now we're off the route, we're on the trail, and this is really where this trail gets fun. As you can see, first of all, we picked a great day. Like, yeah, it was raining and it was cloudy and it was cold, but overall the weather wasn't bad, and the trees were beautiful. Almost right off the bat, you start to hit those water holes, and man, were they fun. The great thing about them is if you don't want to take them, a lot of these water holes can just be skipped altogether. So if you got your more adventurous riders and your more novice riders, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Overall, we gave this trail system a rating of 2 out of 5 stars. There really wasn't any point where it got too difficult. Now, being that it's not flat, for a 1 star, it's pretty much got to just be flat trail with nothing at all. So that's why we gave it 2 stars. You know, it's still in the woods. There's still some twists and turns and a little bit of hills, but nothing complicated at all. All right, so as we keep going here, we're actually going to pass the loop that we're going to come back to, just so we can kind of get down the Bravo loop and show you, which is what we talked about earlier. So we're gonna head down this route here, and now we're really back on an ATV route. It's more of a road, there's some nice houses and whatnot along the way, and then we see this right. So we take this right, and we are now back on the Bravo trail system. So we can take this all the way back to Emily if we wanted, where we stopped and showed you where it goes to A and B. All right, so we really just wanted to show you what the B trail looked like. Again, it's a lot of on the side of the road, ditch riding type of riding. So we're gonna head back towards the A trail, which is where we were, and head onto the Moose River trail system. Now the Moose River trail is again another large loop off of the Emily outing trail, and on the Moose River trail are even more loops. So as we start to get to the Moose River trail, we're gonna come up on the Wren loop. So as you can see here, we're looking at the trail map, and I'm gonna pull it up here for you. This is where we are right now. So we're gonna take the Wren loop, and we're gonna go right and follow it down this way. So as you can see, there's other trails and other loops off of the Wren loop in the Moose River trail system. I hope that makes sense. Again, hitting this trail right away, more water holes. You don't have to hit this one, for example, but man, they're a lot of fun. Again, more water holes. And yeah, it rained a little bit that day. It was kind of drizzling throughout the day, but these water holes are not just because of that rain. These are some serious water holes that clearly are generally there. This one is one of the few that really wasn't avoidable, but again, it wasn't even that bad. So as we continue to go, you can see the type of environment that this trail provides. It's beautiful. It's in the woods. The trail is a lot of fun. It's not too wide, so it's a little more narrow trail. Really kind of gives you that adventurous feeling. Not too many technical spots or anything insane to worry about, though. Okay, so as we come up to this intersection, I'm going to pull up the map again, and we are right here. So now we're looking at the Cedar Lake Loop at the Wren Lake Loop intersection. Now, we decided to skip it because of time. We'd already been on the trail for a while at this point, and it was later in the day. We got a little bit of a late start, so we did skip the Cedar Lake Loop. So none of the footage you see here is from that loop. That will definitely be on a trail review in the future. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out that day. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this left and follow the Wren Lake Loop. Alright, so as it opens up now, let me pull up the map again, and now we are right here. So we're on the Wren Lake Loop still, but we're on the Ben Draper Road, so it's on the ATV route, if you will. Now we're gonna take this for a while. It's a nice change of pace. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit wider and not a whole lot going on, but it's a nice change of pace just to get a little more speed in there. Here's what's awesome. So you come up on this. These are rustic campsites there, and the cool thing is, if you wanted to, you could hit that from your truck since it's a route, and unload, stay there, camp there, and ride from that location. All right, so we're gonna keep going. So we head down the route even more, and we're gonna turn down right here and continue down the Wren Lake Loop. Again, as you can see, there's the Plantation Loop. We skipped that. That's mostly a route, but there is some trail in there as well. So we continue down the Wren Lake Loop. Again, as you can tell, more water. We hit so many water holes that day. I mean, it was a blast, and we did get stuck. I didn't put that in the trail review. I will put together a vlog later on down the road that kind of shows more of the shenanigans, if you will. And it was a lot of fun. We got stuck. Well, I especially got stuck because I always like to push the limit a little much. But one of the water holes here, I got stuck on. It totally surprised me. I thought it was going to be super shallow, and I just sunk right into it. So again, really fun trail. Nothing overly technical, but man, just a blast. And as you can see, we went there in the fall, and all these trees were starting to change color. It was gorgeous out. Okay, so as we pull up here, now we are coming up on the end of the Wren Lake Loop. So from the Wren Lake Loop A Trail intersection, we head back down through Outing to Emily where we started. Now I just want to reiterate again, I would recommend starting an Outing. Next time we do this trail system, we will start an Outing. The Emily trailhead, it's not quite as big, and you still have to just take more of the shoulder. If you start an outing and do the entire loops, all of them together, you'll still end up on the shoulder some, but not as much. And the outing trailhead is bigger. There's gas stations and food right there. It just works out really well. That's all I got. I hope this was helpful. If it was, think about smashing that thumbs up button. Otherwise, think about clicking that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on future videos. Thanks for watching.